Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So today we're going to be doing something that I know is possible, but I've never actually done before. So I'm on a solo flight to Kuwait for some business travel here. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using the Quest 3 in the new travel mode. And I'm going to try to watch movies while flying. I know this is possible. I've seen people do it. I've seen people do it a lot with the Vision Pro. And now we're trying it with the Quest 3. A while back, they introduced this new travel mode as an update. And this is so that you can use it while you're in the airplane and your screen, whatever you're watching, doesn't just float backwards as the plane takes off. And that's really important because you want that to be stationary while you're standing there or sitting there in the plane. And it's the same thing for cars or trains or whatever mode of transportation that you're going to be in. So what I've done is I've loaded up some movies on the Quest 3. We're gonna take them into the airplane. We're gonna awkwardly put on the headset, and I'm gonna keep it on. Regardless if the flight attendants come and ask me a question, I'm keeping that thing on. So I will be using the pass-through. I'm gonna try to record everything. Obviously, we can't really record all of it because there are movies on there, and that faces some copyright issues. So I'm gonna do my best to document getting on the plane, getting situated, putting the headset on. This is going to be a unique experience for me, something that I've never really done. I'm actually a little afraid of flying. So this might actually help out a lot because with the headset on and with the Quest 3, you can use a Bluetooth headset. So I've got my Sony's here. I'm going to be using that to basically drown out everything, including all the visuals that you normally have while flying, and just try to immerse myself in a movie during this hour-and-a-half flight. I am lucky enough to be in business class, which actually kind of helps. Hopefully I don't have somebody next to me because, let's face it, it is really awkward to have the headset on looking around while you're right next to somebody. They're gonna think you're crazy. But I think the more this catches on, the more mainstream it's gonna become. And once that happens, you might see a lot of people putting on these headsets to just disappear. And you know what? It might actually make for calmer flights. So let's go ahead and test the Quest 3 on this plane and see what happens. So it was at this time that I was comfortable in my seat, had the headphones and headset on, and it was time to engage travel mode. With the accelerometers disabled, I was able to watch this while taking off, as you can see here. And at no time during the flight did the screen really move from that position that I set it in. So no floating backwards as I was traveling forwards. I even had a chance to get up and go to the bathroom, as you can see I'm about to do here. Just don't use it in the bathroom. I guess good news is technically, yeah, you can go to the bathroom with it. That is verified, but just don't. And again, heading back to my seat, not an issue, didn't hit anything, didn't step on anybody. I've tried Skybox VR as well as big screen, like you can see here. It was pretty awesome to switch between the pass-through, looking outside, and then back into a movie. All perfectly seamlessly. At this point, it was time to land, so I switched to pass-through, looked out the window, and enjoyed a pretty smooth landing.
I know the few moments later.
30-minute luggage delay. Real nice. Okay. I'm in the hotel. I made it. It was a short flight. It was probably longer on the drive from the airport to the hotel than it was actually flying. But here are some key takeaways that I have for using the Quest 3 in travel mode on an airplane. First up, it's incredible. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. You need to try it. If you have a Quest 3 and you're flying on an airplane, put those together and use it. The next time you fly, you have to try it. This is an absolute game changer. And I understand why people are walking around with the Vision Pro and using it on planes, trains, and automobiles. It's because it completely transforms the mode of transportation. You go from watching something on a screen or on the plane entertainment system, which, you know, it's about this big, to having the entire plane be your cinema. And it was flawless the entire time. Not a single hiccup. I was able to hear somebody because of the headset that I use has noise canceling, but also when somebody's talking, it switches it so you have the ambient noise. So I could hear the flight attendant come up, and when he asked for something, double tap, I could see him clearly interact. As soon as we were done with that interaction, double tap and back into my movie. The mixed reality on this with the pass-through cameras is just phenomenal. Yes, there is a little bit of distortion when you're looking around along the sides and when you're moving around, but it is completely tolerable. And the latency is so low that you're able to interact with things around you. And like I've showed in the pass-through recording that I have, I was able to get up, go past somebody in my seat, walk up to the bathroom, do my business there, and come back all while still in the headset. That's how good it was. One problem that I did have was battery life. So from the moment I sat down, I had the headset on and I was consuming content or recording. So from that moment until I landed, I had about 15% battery left. Now on some of my recent flights, they have said that you're not allowed to use a power bank at all on the flight. So you can bring it with you on the carry-on, but you're not allowed to actually charge something with that power bank. I don't know if that's a standard worldwide, but it is in this region. So you're not able to recharge your headset as you're flying. I haven't tested the capability of the chargers in the seat that are built into the seats to see if they have enough oomph to charge the Quest 3 while you're using it. But I do know that some of them do have the outlets that you can plug into. Maybe that would provide enough juice to keep it going for longer flights. I just haven't had the flight to be able to test that on. And I'm pretty sure the next long flight that I'm going on is going to be with my children. So I can't exactly throw that on and just completely drown them out. Although that would be pretty cool. So how awkward is it to use this thing while on the plane? Well, that depends on your comfort level with people just staring at you. And believe me, I got a lot of stares. But you can't see them because you're in the virtual environment. So unless you double tap and use pass-through and you're looking around and seeing those people staring at you, you're not even going to know it. I will say that this is a relatively new trend that may be catching on, but for now, I'm the only one I've seen on these planes using VR. Out of all the flights in this region that I've been on, I'm the first. That's not to say it hasn't happened, just I haven't seen it on the multiple flights that I've been in recently. I think the more content that gets out there showing the experiences like I had, we might see the trend go up, where you have entire rows on the plane with people just in VR doing their thing. I mean, come on. Have you ever looked at something on the plane, a TV show or something that you were like, you know what? This might not be appropriate for the people behind me or next to me that are watching it with me. Well, you don't have to worry about that when you put the headset on. I had two very similar experiences watching Game of Thrones and Westworld on a plane. Had my laptop up, and you know, there's some scenes in there that may not be appropriate for the children that are sitting behind me or the family that's surrounding me. So it would be much better to consume that content with the headset on. There is a potential for some not so appropriate at all for the public content to be consumed in the headset. That could be a thing. Shouldn't really be a problem? I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. Why don't you leave a comment below and tell me, would that be a concern for you if the person next to you is consuming that type of content? You're not going to know it, But is that still a legitimate concern that they may be watching something like that right next to you? If you are going to be using this on your next flight, please, 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 please get a set of wired or Bluetooth headphones so that you are not blasting your audio to everyone around you. One small niggle that I had was the hand tracking. I would lose it when I was in Skybox VR, and then trying to get out of it was kind of a pain. I did keep the controllers with me and then put them in the pocket in the seat in front of me. And whenever I needed it, I would just grab it and use it. That was not really an issue, but if you didn't want to have the controllers with you and you only wanted to use hand tracking, then I would recommend going into the menu and selecting hand tracking so it forces it. And maybe you'll have a better experience with that. Now, I did try Skybox VR and Big Screen, and I'll say, Big Screen is free. Skybox is $10, I believe it's $10, and Skybox wins out. It was a much smoother experience. Obviously, you pay for it, but Big Screen did work. So if money's tight, Big Screen is an option, and I have verified now that it does work just fine on an airplane in travel mode. So there you have it. Travel mode is awesome. The Quest 3 pass-through is usable on an entire flight. Watching movies on an airplane doesn't make you sick, and it actually might help some people if they have a fear of flying. And all around, that was an amazing experience. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you do try it out and your experience down in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.